to WRPB and WRP Studios. All right, I very rarely do this, but sitting next to me is my competition. Not really my competition, but I just like to call. Anybody else does video? It's kind of my competition. Hey, Eric.
How you doing? Pleasure.
This is Eric Weingart,
Yes, sir.
and it's Rare Blue Moon Marketing.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, so you do what I choose not to do, which is go out and do stuff outside, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, so how long have you been doing video?
Uh, 18 years. 18 years. I actually used to work for a firm in upstate New York for, gosh, a long time, decade and a half. I've been doing internet video since 2005, 2006, roughly.
Okay, so because you've been doing it so long, like me, you've seen a million changes.
Yep. It's constantly changing too, for sure.
What are some of the benefit changes that you've seen?
Well, that the only video option decades ago was TV, and I'm not. TV still has a place today. Don't get me wrong, but it's just hard. It's hard to really track and have good analytics for television,
Right.
right? It's a lot of it's guesswork, and I'm not saying there's not a time and place for it. For God's sakes, a Super Bowl ad I think is like $8 million now, so. TV video still works, but there's no analytics, like I said. So obviously, it's a merge to video being on the internet, and now you have all the social media profiles from YouTube to Facebook to Instagram to TikTok. The majority of them are video based. So whereas I think back in the day in 2007, video was a luxury. Today, like we were saying, absolute necessity today.
And everybody with a cell phone is a videographer, a photographer, and a talk show host. Or at least they believe they are.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just want to say it that way. But watching the changes as you go along, like for me, it's like people are sold a bill of goods. And you really have to think deeper than what you hear on TV and on the internet. Okay? So you really have to think of what's professional and what's not professional.
Hmm.
Okay? Again, when the real estate market was doing really, really well, every garbage man, librarian, and bagel maker became realtors. When that crashed, all those people became coaches.
Hmm.
And when that got all diluted, everybody became social media gurus.
Yeah.
Okay? So you really have to know who you're dealing with and why you deal with someone. So my question to you is, why'd you get into this?
Well, it was one of the. I never intentionally got into it in the first place, right? So I'd be lying to say that initially, marketing and video was my passion. It really wasn't. I spent 4 years in the military. Then I did 4 years in college. I have a psychology degree, which, by the way, not to get on a tangent, but I've never even shown someone my diploma ever in my life, And but I took a job at a marketing firm, and I was really just financially motivated. I come from very low socioeconomic means, so I was really just trying to get a good job, right? And I found a good job, and I started to do well in sales, and I really learned the marketing industry, and eventually I got to the point to where I said, wow, why don't I take this knowledge of mine, this marketing knowledge, and start to build businesses with it on my own. And I built up a few other businesses. I built up a coaching business, a real estate coaching business. This is going to sound crazy. I'm 44 years old. I never posted on social media until I was 41. And I built $1 million a year coaching business off of TikTok at the age of 41 years old.
Wow.
And we actually dissolved that business because our marketing firm is doing so well. But to be very truthful, I didn't intentionally get into it initially, but as I got into it, I really developed a passion for it over the past couple of decades because, marketing salespeople, I feel like are kind of the new car salesman in terms of a reputation. They're pushy, they're aggressive, and they sell something and then they really under deliver. Our company's Tuesday morning 11 a.m. meetings are all about under promising but over delivering. So it's a long-winded answer. I developed a passion for really really helping businesses bottom lines.
And you know, I've been around 35 years. I've seen many changes, and we here believe that our business is not based around the income. It's based around how many people we help and watching them grow. I think that people who go one-off networking, like BNI and stuff like that, that just annoys me to no end. First of all, I'm not going to have anybody tell me where I could go, who I could go, and then charge me for it. Okay, I wouldn't hire me. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's just me. So, what kind of video are you doing at this point?
Well, I once again I try to combine. I don't not try. I do. We combine science with art. And with the social media video that we do now, we're strategically trying to make videos that we know will do well in the algorithm, right? And but we also have to combine it with a little bit of artistic style because everybody's attention span today, the numbers are staggering. It's you have about 2.5 seconds on social media to grab someone's attention. I mean that hook, that first few seconds is everything today, right? On the short form social media
Right.
platforms, right? Not long form YouTube, right? But those short forms, we have to be really creative, right, artistically to get someone's attention. But if a video does really well on an organic post on either TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, we also know it'll perform well as an ad. So we'll actually recommend to the client, hey, this video did really well organically on your Instagram. We're going to suggest that you put some ad dollars behind it. So that's one area, but we're also working with the chamber, the Stewart Martin County Chamber, and starting in August, we're basically, I like what you called it earlier. You kind of called it a who's who. We're building basically a video magazine or a video newspaper to promote the community, schools, healthcare, recreation, things to do in tourism. And those videos will be on the chamber website as well as their social media profiles. And then, yeah, we're going to do who's who style video spotlights of local businesses in the chamber.
And the cool thing about it is, this is where it goes from competition to co-opetition. Okay,
Yes, sir.
because you, and I've said this many times, you can't be a brain surgeon and a proctologist. So you pick what you're really good at. And everybody who knows me knows going out is not my thing. I don't like to carry the cameras anymore. Um, but we have the editing part, which gives you a migraine. Okay, and it probably gives everybody except Edgar. Doesn't give Edgar a migraine. He can sit at that computer and bang out editing like nobody's business. But it worked out, for lack of a better word, to be a good partnership between us
Agreed.
and how we can work together as separate companies to make sure that it becomes a win-win-win situation. That means a win for WRPB, a win for Rare Blue Moon, and a win for the client.
Yep.
And it doesn't get any better than that, in my opinion. And we live in a world of proof of concept. So you have all the ones that you've done that look really great, okay? And that makes a difference today. People want to see what you can do. Hey, it used to be, where are you located on the dial and what's your call letters? That's how we became WRPB, because we weren't on the dial, but Live Nations gave us call letters. So, because if you're east of the Mississippi, it starts with a W.
Yep.
And we were Radio Palm Beach, so they just took the RPB. But I think what you do is really kind of cool, and I think one of the reasons is that at the chamber, and I've been with the chamber for a couple of years now, we thought about doing what you're doing, and we were trying to put it in place, but we couldn't really get it into place. And now, I guess part of the piece that we're missing was what you do. And I wanted to clarify, you write the script,
Correct.
okay? So I own a bagel shop. I come to you. What's the plan?
Well, I would say it depends on every business is going to be so different, right? So a bagel shop, an HVAC company, a dentist, everybody has different goals, right? Some of them is, they want new customers, right? That bagel shop might be so busy that they can't necessarily handle new customers, but they might want to do more catering or something, right? You have companies today that say, whoa, whoa, slow down on the customers. What I really need is to market myself to find good talent. You know, the HVAC company might want to find a good technician, or the dental office might want to recruit a good hygienist. So every business's goal is different. But at the end of the day, of course, it comes down to dollars and cents. If that bagel shop said, no, we want more visibility, we want exposure, we want new customers, I would say, okay, let's make a video about your business. But like you said to me here 10 minutes ago, truly differentiates you from any other bagel shop? What differentiates you from the corporate ones? What differentiates you from other bagel shops that are in the community or the surrounding areas? What makes your business unique? What makes your bagel unique? What makes the experience someone's going to have inside of your place of business unique? And let's capture that message in a video and promote this video on the chamber website. And then we also give them access to the video to use for other video platforms.
And one of the things that you'd said, which is a major thing today, is a lot of places are busy and they can't find help. Well, if I'm looking for a job, I wouldn't hire me, but if I was looking for a job, it would be kind of cool to know that the place I'm looking for a job is marketing. And I can see about them and what they do. And that's a benefit in hiring.
I think something you really said really struck a chord with me, because I think as entrepreneurs and business owners, we have more of a duty than we pay attention to a lot of times. Because let's say we have 10 employees and I own a plumbing business. If your business is not doing everything it possibly can to grow, I truly believe you are doing a disservice to your employees.
Without a doubt.
Right? Because your employee that makes 50,000, he or she has hopes and dreams. He or she has a family. He or she is also looking to grow, and they want to go from 50,000 to 70,000 to 80,000, etc., for their family's well-being. And it is the operator's duty, in my opinion, to really stretch and try to grow that company responsibly. But if you're not looking to hire quality salespeople or truly market yourself in the most effective arenas, you are not doing right by your employees.
And today, those people, I hate to say it this way, that have value are on social media, because everybody's on social media. And if you have that HVAC company and they see that you're hiring, I would bet dollars to donuts that they would go online and check out the company.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
I don't think, just like as a boss, as an owner, Mary comes in looking for a job, trust me, I don't even need her to fill out an application. She comes in, gives me her name, I talk to her, I listen to her, don't fill out an application yet. You come back on Tuesday, I'll spend the next couple of days looking at their social media. Mm-hmm. Because if you're out with, and every one of your posts is you holding alcohol and partying and everything, I'm not going to hire you. And people say, well, it's none of your business what I do on my private time. That's correct. But if your private time happens to be a Sunday night, I need you to come to work Monday. Or if July 4th is a Thursday, which it is this year, I believe, you're not coming to work on Friday. Okay? And I have to see, as a business owner, that those things are carefully looked at. And I don't have to call an old employee anymore, an old employer anymore. I can look on social media and know everything, including what size shoe you're wearing.
That's a really good point. There's nothing. Sometimes if I'm out having a good time and people want to take a picture, I don't even think about that necessarily, because I'm not going to ever work for anyone ever again. But but I always try to keep the alcohol out of the pictures regardless. I don't like the image it portrays, even though I am having a good time, let's say. But you're so right. But I'll flip the script on you and what you just said. If you run a business, okay, and you own a company, I don't care what line of work you're in, real estate, accounting, a law firm, what he just said about employers looking at candidates online, your prospective clients and customers are doing the exact same thing with you. They're literally almost doing like a background check on you.
Oh yeah.
They don't call the Better Business Bureau
No.
anymore. It's very rare, right? But they will definitely look at your Instagram, look at your social media, and they want to do their validation and check on you as well before they choose you, no doubt.
You know what I find really interesting is that, and maybe it's me, but if a company posts that they got 5,000 reviews and they're a 5-star company, I'm not going to believe it because you cannot believe everybody.
Yeah.
So I think ideally on Google reviews, if you're a 4.4 to a 4.9, you're right in the sweet spot. That's really where you want to be. Now, if you have 12 reviews and you're 5-star, that's okay. But if you have hundreds of reviews, I can tell you right now, from being older than dirt, that most people will go on and write a review when they have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who have a great time won't write a review. And if you have all these 5-star reviews, I have a hard time believing it. That's just me.
No, a 5-star with 3,000 reviews looks sketchy.
Yeah.
It looks illegitimate.
Okay.
No doubt.
Most people
Yeah.
won't think that, does it?
Yeah.
And I get it. You're proud to say, hey, we have 2,000 reviews and
Yeah.
we're 5-star, 2,000 5-star reviews. You're going to tell me that you haven't gotten anybody there that you couldn't please? That doesn't happen. Because no matter how good you are, there's no one that can please everybody. It just doesn't happen.
Some people are unpleasable. You know those people?
Yes. And
It's unbelievable. No, they're truly unpleasable.
Right. And you're taught, you're taught as an entrepreneur, we're taught that sometimes we have to fire clients. Okay, and it's as silly as it might sound,
Yeah.
but we have to do it because if you don't fire your client, you're gonna have strokes. Oh, I already had that. You're gonna lose your hair. I already doing that. Okay, but you're never going to succeed. That person is going to suck the life out of you. Okay,
Just
and
give them the refund and be done.
right.
That's what I always say.
Sometimes it's just better to walk away.
Yeah.
It's just better. I want to thank Eric. I want to thank
Yeah,
you for
that was
coming on.
fun. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
How do people find you? You have a phone number?
Well, I think the easiest thing to do, because they probably won't remember a number, Google Rare Blue Moon Marketing, headquartered in Boca Raton, Florida.
And you travel anywhere, right?
Oh yeah, we have clients all across the country, but I'm really trying to make my South Florida. I'm really trying to make this our strongest presence. For sure.
Everybody, check them out. Use a professional. I've said it a million times, and have a great day.